Hello, good evening. For Thursday, October 26th, 2023, the double eviction in the Big Brother 25 house has concluded. We are going to talk about episode 36 here on the channel. I'm Dave Mader, joined by Jaemeel Robinson on Super Mader Bros podcast and streaming here on stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. Or you might be listening to us on the audio version. This is my second podcast of the night, so please forgive me. Jaemeel, how are you feeling about this episode?
So, full disclosure, once the veto ceremony occurred, I turned off the television. Didn't even bother watching.
What?
The only reason why...
Sorry, I was just saying we are starting a little late because I was like catching at the end. I hadn't finished watching, and so I kind of got you to watch the last few minutes.
Yeah, I had to watch it because I was in StreamYard while he was catching up, so I had to suffer through this garbage.
And you didn't have to. I
should have just left. I should have just left and just like message me until it's over. Oh my gosh.
Well, there's some stuff to break down there. I think we needed this deal.
Stuff to break down? Okay.
Discuss.
Disgust? Yes. That is correct.
Well, I'm not going to disagree. Yeah, like there was some questionable behavior here.
These people seem like full intent not to win. Like, it is ridiculous. I agree. The online is going off about possibly Bowie Jane is possibly one of the worst casting decisions ever. They say that she's Victoria who can win a comp. Right, that's who Bowie Jane is. Bowie Jane has not seen a lick of Big Brother US, right? Because she seems absolutely clueless how to win this game. She seems totally fine, as one person would say, to get third place just so that she can say she's part of a team.
Jeff wants the link. He's coming in.
Someone who can match Dave. You're gonna be the good cop because I think you get two bad cops right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll
want me to send it to him?
Yeah.
I'll send it to him.
I got it.
Okay. Oh my god! Like literally, like we skipped Tuesday's episode, right? Because I'm like, you know what? Tuesday, nothing happened. This is a ho-hum. Last week was ho-hum. Was it week 13? No, week 11. Sorry. I stand corrected. Week 11. And we started getting a little bit of movement, right, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, there was a little bit of movement on live feeds, right? And we saw a very truncated version of it, right? Now, was it important to this episode? No.
Right.
No. Because banana peels were at the finish line, and the two people who would have done something if they had HOH didn't get it.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so
just wait until I tell you. Like, Jeff
Mader coming in.
No.
You're a little bit low, Jeff. I want people to hear you in true
How's
color.
That? Can you hear
Okay,
me?
better.
Hate this season. Hate it. I've never watched a competition of Big Brother. Been so mad and infuriated. I wanted to throw things at my phone that I was watching. I wanted to throw my phone at my phone because I was like, what is this?
Which one? The first one or the second one?
The first one is the HOH. I didn't care. But once the HOH was lost, I was just like, I was like, Sari. I was like, come on.
Banana peel in the finish line. Oh my gosh.
I was like, Sari, I was just going, okay, Sari, all right, she got a chance. She's in the lead. I'm like, oh my God, Sari might win. And I've been telling Amanda the entire season, Sari might be the worst competition person in the history of any of all of these shows.
I think so at this point.
She is solidifying it. She lost while having a lead to 4 players who weren't even trying or were so bad at it that they kept looking at the camera going,
Yeah.
You know, like, and she was in the lead, and I'm like watching this, and I'm just like, how are you screwing this up this badly? Like, it's not that hard. There's 3 posters. You read the words. They were giving you plenty of time. How do you mess it up that bad? You're up 3-1-1-1. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, the Bowie Jane winning this double eviction HOH was a disappointing thing. But this whole week, like, you know, we're going to be going into November, you know, soon. And it's like, we're still in this Big Brother season. But that's sort of beside the point, because I feel like if the season was more entertaining, we wouldn't care so much. I think it's also just that
it could be entertaining, Dave, if somebody other than Jag won a goddamn competition.
Well, Matt won tonight.
Yeah,
he won the same competition he won last time in the double eviction.
Yeah,
it's the exact same comp.
The Minutemen. Yeah, the Minutemen.
Was it the same with the going the ball pit?
It was a ball pit comp.
It was a ball pit.
Was it different color balls though? Were the balls different? Like
it was a run back and
there
forth.
There was a stairs to make it even harder for the old ladies that were in the competition. Like Jag didn't even try. You watch Jag. Jag didn't even try. Because he knew Matt had a lock. The closest person next to Matt was Felicia.
Yeah, Felicia.
Felicia got 2, right?
No, she got 2. Julie didn't even mention it.
No, she's like, this is over. Like Matt ran away with that competition. Bowie Jane, okay, and then the whole okay, do you guys like the whole Turner and Pooch and all like the different movie posters we got in the first HOH part of it?
Yeah, it was good. It was well done. The production quality was not the problem, Dave.
Yeah, so some graphic designer and production team seemingly is enjoying themselves a lot more than everyone else because everyone else is asleep at the wheel. Every single soul.
It was hard to watch. I was watching 5 people. Like if Jag had been in that competition, he would have smoked them.
He would have won.
He would have won.
Because what is Jag's specialty? Memorization. Literally, that's all the comps he's won is memorization. And one endurance cup.
But he didn't compete in this HOH, so we didn't get to see that. But he would.
I'm surprised production was able to show enough restraint to not find a way to have him compete in this HOH. Why not have him go 3 times away?
There was a blessing to tonight's episode. I don't have to listen to kitty purr purr anymore. I'm so happy that I don't have to listen to it. She's so delusional.
She's absolutely delusional.
Right.
Was it listening to some recappers, and they're like, I don't think Cerie's not gonna do a deep dive with me this season, so I don't think there's gonna be a deep dive. Who are you gonna have a deep dive this season with? Blue? She's like, I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know this was happening.
Oh, it's worse than that. Even if she did find out some things were happening, well, you know. That's, you know, I'm just such a great player, so people looked at me like I was such a threat, and I love Jag and Matt, so, you know, I was definitely going for them, but I'm definitely the most portrayed by them, but I'm definitely was closest in an alliance with them, but I was coming after them, and I'm like, what is going on?
Like, so
she's not here to win a Big Brother game. She's here to just be like,
she's there for the likes.
She's there to say kitty purr purr. That is
she's pushing her brand.
Yeah, her personality, her cult of personality, who she is, and
I don't want to watch that on these shows anymore. I'm tired of it. Like, I want to watch people play the game. Like, what happened? Like,
do I look good, Julie? I'm like, please. Someone should just throw a shoe from the audience. Just like, I hate you.
Okay, devil's advocate. I'll be the good cop here.
Good luck. Good luck.
Just saying. Okay, like Jag in particular, I think is a pretty methodical player, and he's just acting his strategy. He got exactly what he wanted here.
You know what his strategy is? Who can beat me in comms? Get rid of them. He doesn't care. He literally. No,
I'm Matt.
Yeah, because he wants to sit next to Matt at the end.
Yeah. So let me literally take back to what this episode started with and the context around it. Okay, so you kind of saw the whole Cerie and Felicia kind of conversation. Felicia goes and rats it to Jag immediately. Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that was quite the moment in the episode too. Yeah, we didn't even talk about any of that.
But they didn't really
show of telephone.
They didn't really show the results of that whatsoever. Okay.
What meaning?
So okay, at the same time, uh, Felicia and Suri were talking about literally having it as a 2-2 tie, right? So that Jag would have to get blood on his hands and vote Blue out, like specifically, right? Because as it was supposed to be unanimous. So dummy Felicia goes and tells Jag about that, right? And then tells Suri, and Suri's like, no, he's not supposed to know. He's supposed to be presented with the situation where it's a 2-2 tie, and then has to be blindsided and choose Blue, right? Therefore, America, right, is like Blue's gonna hate him more, right? And the blood's on his hand. He can't go, oh, it wasn't my decision for you to go, right? So Jag starts, because he knows ahead of time, he's like, how can I work this so that America can appreciate me more, right? At the same time, we had the whole situation where she rats out Suri, right? So Jag goes and talks to Matt, right, about the situation. And Matt's like, no, I didn't say anything. I didn't say that, which was truthful because he didn't say exactly what Felicia said, right? Because what Suri told Felicia and what Felicia told Jag was that a month ago, right, Matt said that he was going to take out Jag, right? Which isn't true. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago, right? So when Matt said that I didn't say that, he was being truthful because he didn't say that. He said something different. So then Matt goes and talks to Suri about it, right? And then they have a powwow. Matt goes up to Jag, and Matt and Jag are discussing the whole situation. Matt is like explaining his point of view and is like, hey, you need to smooth things over with Suri. Obviously, Felicia is trying to pair us up against each other, right? Smooth thing over with Suri because obviously this whole situation is going, out of control, right? So what ends up happening, right? Felicia goes back to bed, right? Suri gets up, goes to the bathroom. Matt and Jag see Suri go to the bathroom. And Matt's like, look, Suri's by herself. Go talk to her. Go talk to her now. Smooth things over. She's by herself. And Jag's like, I don't want to talk to her, we'll figure it out. We'll do it later, And it's like, just go and talk to her. Go talk to her. Just go and talk to her. Doesn't want to do it. Suri goes to the bathroom. She finishes out of the bathroom. It's like, we're running out of time. Go and talk to her. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. Jag is dilly-dallying. And then Suri goes and sits down right in front of the bathroom. That spot. And he's like, look, she's waiting. Go talk. He's like, I don't want to talk to her. It's like, Matt's like, okay, do you want me to go talk to her? He's like, okay. So Matt goes downstairs, sees Suri. Suri's like, I've been waiting forever for you guys. She was smart enough to understand, right, that she's alone, and it was a perfect time for them to converse. Mm-hmm. Matt and Suri have a conversation. Suri comes upstairs, goes and have a conversation with Jag, and they smooth things over, paints Felicia and expose, her rat ways. Right? Okay. At that same time,
were any of these conversations on the show?
Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't.
These were all different conversations. But we saw a whole bunch of other conversations on the show tonight.
They cut it off right after Suri, after the whole Jag and Felicia conversation.
Okay.
And then they moved on. Right? The fact of the matter is, like, this double eviction, it wasn't going to turn out positive based upon who was going to be on the block. If Bowie Jade ended up being on the block, right? Let's say it was Bowie Jade and Jag, right? Who do you think Felicia's going to vote out?
Bowie Jane and Jag? She'll vote out Bowie Jane.
Absolutely.
She hates Bowie Jane.
She hates Boy Jane. She does not want Boy Jane to progress because that's her spot. She wants to be third place.
They're all fighting for the scraps at Jag and Matt's feet here. Like that's kind of what this is.
But they're not. The only player playing the game is Sari, and she can't win anything.
She can't win anything. That's why she needed America, and America can't win.
And I mean the only player playing the game. I mean the only player playing the game. Like Jag and Matt aren't even playing the game; they're just coasting on the on their competitions. They're just like everything's falling their way.
Blue said that Jag had a fantastic social game tonight.
Because she's she also referred to herself as a strategist. She's not a strategist.
She is a strategist. She is a big brand strategist. They're going to go after her. She was going to go after them. Come on.
No, they only went after her because she wins comp. Literally, after the whole Sari, Felicia, Matt situation, and Matt was like, see, we can't trust Felicia, right? Jag's response was, it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because America and Blue could win more competitions than the other one, and that's all he cares about. That's his strategy. It's not like I got to worry about, social games or anything like that. Just beat the people and vote out the people who could beat you in comms, because the game is put together where you could just win out and you don't have to worry about strategy. There's no strategy, just win.
There's only one instance in how this game ends well for where I'm somewhat satisfied by the end when the winner walks through the door and the balloons pop, is if Matt beats Jag in the final HOH, which is highly unlikely, but if he does, evicts Jag and takes Sari to the end, and Sari wins. That's the only way I'm going to be somewhat happy with this season. I don't see another scenario where I'm going to be thrilled.
Dave, I'm literally very angry about this show. Like literally.
I have the same feeling.
I can't really blame you. Like I'm just like how it's turned out this season. 12 weeks later, here we are, and it's the Matt and Jag show, but it's not an entertaining show. I agree with Sari's trying to play the game, and even tonight with the celebration by the final five here, and Sari's just looking at like the rest of them like, "Are you serious?
Like, are you dummies?"
Yeah.
do you have? Could you please bring that up? I just I just see the this is gonna suck.
She really has no one to blame but herself for not winning that competition. She should have won that competition, and the whole night would have been better because she would have put up probably Jag and Bowie Jane.
No, she would have put up Jag and Matt.
You think she would have put up Matt?
She said in her confessional tonight that's what she would have done.
Okay. Because you can't even from let's say from a strategy point of view where you like it break in case of emergency, Matt
wins the veto and then he takes Jag off.
Yeah. And also if you put Boy Jane up and from somehow Jag wins, right? Jag wins veto, then who's she gonna put up? She has to put up Matt, right?
Right. It
would have been worse. Felicia would vote on Bowie Jane.
It would have been worse had she not put up Matt and Jag. Like if she had left Matt off, Matt wins the veto. He was going to win that veto 10 times out of 10, probably, right? And then he takes Jag off, and then it's Felicia and Bowie Jane on the block.
Okay, I think I have the clip. This is right after America gets voted out in the second vote tonight, and the celebration just with like Jag and Felicia and Matt and who's the other one? Bowie Jane. But like Sari's just looking at them like, what is up here?
This is so lemonade.
Also, lemonade. the let's goes have to stop.
She's like, yeah, congratulations, hug, yeah. I'm not hugging anyone else, yeah. Boy Jane, yeah. Lemonade. And then they all run into the kitchen. Just like the patronizing parent there with the kids, like the kids are excited, yay. You missed it. No, right after that. You gotta get her face.
It's right there. Like her face here is just like, what is up?
I've seen that look way too many times. That look of disappointment.
She's like, I'm coming third again. That's what she's thinking.
Third or
in her
fourth.
Yeah.
It's like I was on probably one of the best, endings of Survivor, and now I'm on this shitty show.
What is Bowie Jane thinking here? Why wouldn't she want to take a shot here?
Third place, yeah.
Bowie Jane's thinking, Matt and Jag are good people, and I want to help them out. That's what she's thinking.
Because they acknowledged her.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cameron was mean to me.
And so was Sari and Felicia. They were mean to me too.
Sari and Felicia are mean girls?
Because they didn't include me.
She was
in that boat.
She was HOH
back then on Red, right?
and she ended up. I'm not saying Cameron was the best guy, but she was probably the most closely allied to him, up until that point. And she was like, "Don't need him, just throw him like to the wind," because Jag and Matt, had a couple of conversations with her. She was the most malleable player I've seen in a long time. And then she just turns on her ally. Like it was pretty brutal. Like, I'm not saying he was the best guy in the world, but
she did turn on him.
She turned on him, and then that ruined her whole. She had no chance after that, in my opinion. Because she gave her game up to other players.
Who's voted for this woman? Not a soul is voted for her.
Her to win in the end. Do you think she should win America's favorite player?
No.
Does she win Australia's favorite player?
Do you know who could win America's favorite player? Is Felicia.
I don't know. Well, okay.
Maybe.
I think Matt's gonna win.
Matt
Matt's
got a high chance, I think.
Yeah.
But also Jag, I could see winning it.
No, Jag's not winning it.
Jag's winning the game.
Yeah.
But last year Taylor won both, right? She won America's favorite and the
Sorry, casuals could vote for Jag though.
I could see Jag. I think like Sari as well, just being a well-known reality person, going.
They should vote Heisem, like just at this point. O'Reilly,
or Red. I like that Red guy. He was quirky.
Yeah. Who was voted at first? That's who they should give it to.
Kirsten.
Do I get some like bonus points if my person gets America's favorite player?
Sure. Like if you can remember, who is even? You get bonus points for just remembering who was the first voted out. Like it's been 12 weeks. Like
yes.
this is not an insignificant amount of time, and we have 2 more to go.
I wish it was next week and this was over at this point. I'm just so disappointed. Wait, does everyone want spoilers for the next 2 weeks? Because I have it here.
What do you mean the next 2 weeks? How could you have spoilers the next 2 weeks?
Oh well,
Cameron will win America's favorite.
I don't think so.
So Jag wins HOH, and then Jag nominates Sari and Felicia. Then Jag wins POV, and Felicia's evicted. And then Matt wins HOH, and Matt nominates Bowie and Jag wins POV. Jag uses the POV. Matt is forced to renominate Sari. Sari's evicted. Jag wins part 1. Matt wins part 2. Jag wins part 3. Jag evicts Bowie. Jag wins. There you go. I just
where did you get that? What are you reading?
Huh?
What are you reading off of there?
That's the future. Cameron can't win America's favorite player. Sorry. Well, okay. Cameron shouldn't win America's favorite player. If he does, then I guess all the hardcore stop watching, because the dude was like literally. Well, I can't say he's garbage, because we have people who are still in the game who are the antithesis of garbage. So, yeah, I don't think Cameron should win.
I don't think he will. I think he's just being the first juror. I don't think there's a high chance of him winning at this point. But
he got a nice edit. Debbie got a nice edit.
The groups, everyone is voting for the big
the
groups.
Yes, he got a nice edit, and
he did.
Yeah, he got a nice edit, and that's the only reason why he shouldn't win.
Amanda was telling me all the behind the scenes stuff about Cameron and the creep factor and all that stuff. And as just a pure show watcher, I was cheering for Cameron the most. And then I was like, oh well, now I don't
There was a
know.
disconnect from who he was on the show and who he wasn't, obviously living there.
Yeah, and I didn't like him at first. Like, pre-jury stuff, I was just like, he just reminded me of Hyde from That 70s Show, and that wasn't a good look, So,
well, there might be more in common than we think there. Who knows? Danny Masterson.
Well, yeah. What was one of his favorite lines? Is that Riley reminds me of my daughter.
Right. Yeah, but you had the hots for Riley.
He holds the hots for Riley. So creepy.
Yeah. What do we like? What do we think about all this? Like, these like funny shout outs that they do, and they really crack themselves up during all like these meetings and stuff, and it's all fun. Like, I don't know. I felt really old watching some of this episode because I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what they're laughing about. I don't understand. They're not presenting it well to me. Like, I thought Corey did a good job of it, but after he was gone, I was just like, this is not good.
Corey was entertaining on the show, but we've lost a lot of the entertaining people. Jameel's compared Bowie Jane to Victoria, who can win a comp or something.
Victoria could win a comp.
but I think that's a disservice to Victoria, because Victoria was at least entertaining in the diary room for me at least, with all of her weirdness, and sort of she was oblivious as well. But Bowie Jane is worse. Bowie Jane's less entertaining. Entertain me at least.
Yeah, Bowie Jane's really not a great personality to have in the house. Like, and it's especially for an Aussie. A lot of the I watch a lot of Aussie TV with Amanda, and like they're usually pretty good with like a joke, or you having a go at me, or they always kind of have like different little sayings they always say. Like they have lots of different slang and all sorts of different things like that the Aussies do. And she's not doing any of that. Like, it's just bore factor with her. She says, good day. And
good day, GLA.
Yeah. And she says, the Bobby. Oh, this is so Australian. It's just like, okay.
Hello. It's always somebody's birthday for Bowie Jane. Every time she's in the diary, she's like, it's her dad's birthday or mom's birthday or somebody's birthday. She shouts out all of Australia. Matt always goes, go Tigers at the end of his. He's like, no, go Tigers. Sri goes on a rant every time. I don't know what she's saying. It's only
Bowie Jane DJs with Apple Music.
Yeah. Jags are a little bit much too. I don't know.
I hate them all. I would like to hear, you know what? No more shout outs. Shout outs, automatic vote against you in the next eviction.
Automatic you lose vote. Your vote, or
your
something.
Vote is void.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose your vote until you learn to start behaving in the voting booth
by a vote of 1-0. The only
your vote is void that night. Oh, that would be a thing. That would get people in line. Like if you told them they'd lose their vote. So but maybe they like the shout outs. I don't know.
I think it's just like a tradition thing they just do.
They don't want to be too heavy handed with them. Tell them what to do.
It's just a tradition thing.
Or just do heavy punishments. Like, I'm sorry, everyone's on slop because someone did a shout out.
Yeah. Or you're all you got to wear chicken suits. No,
right? I'm sorry. The food, the different food that you're supposed to get this week. Sorry, it's going to be oatmeal and slop. You can have slop or you can have oatmeal. One of the two. Right, and you see how many weeks go by before people start straightening up and stop doing shout outs.
What is in slop again?
Slop?
It's oats.
It's oatmeal and protein powder.
Or you have oatmeal. That's your option: oatmeal and protein powder, or oatmeal.
Yeah,
by itself. Okay.
I'm such a nice big brother.
Right.
Jameel's running things now.
There you go. But okay. Well, what else? What else can we talk about in this episode? Specifically,
let's talk about casting and how terrible it's been.
Blue, good.
Who's worse at casting, Survivor or Big Brother? It's a tight race.
I thought you were going to say Big Brother Canada, and I think Big Brother has it on lock. I believe
Big Brother might have it on lock.
Big Brother Canada or Big
No, Big Brother Canada at least, like, look, you can hate the show production and how gaudy it can be, but like when you have like, look at last season, the elements were there in terms of like big personalities and people who, you know, are willing to cheat and manipulate the game as much as they can to win.
It was
right?
better last season as Big Brother Canada.
Right?
At least they actually played the game. Yeah.
Right. Whereas this, it's just these people. I swear, I'm not going to make that joke. It's not appropriate. I'm gonna ignore it. But it's there. It's there in my head. I just. Oh.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, we didn't talk to you about Survivor last night. Did you watch that episode?
I have not, but I'm ruining it for me. Who got evicted? Who got voted out?
Who got evicted from the island?
Can you remember? Can you even remember?
I remember. Okay, spoilers if you watch Survivor 45 and you don't want to know. But it was Brando who got.
Yeah, you had to think about.
Oh, that guy got. Oh, good.
And it was kind of lackluster. Like his big feature in the episode was how he liked Pokemon Go, and like he wanted to form a nerd alliance, but it was rejected by Drew.
Immediately, the dude like shut it down. The other nerd is like, no.
No.
I'm a nerd, but you're a lame nerd.
Yeah.
You know?
No, he was talking to him about Pokemon, but the moment he's like alliance, is like,
no.
No.
We'll talk Pokemon, but that's it. You know?
Who was the other guy he was talking to?
Drew.
Drew, you know your guy.
Oh, Drew. Drew was telling you you're uncool. I mean, that's
Drew's like he was just saying no, I'm not. He's saying like they like the same stuff, but he was not going to work with him.
No.
There can only be one Pokemon guy.
You're gonna laugh whenever you watch that episode.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to.
I have Drew, and I don't know. We'll see how that.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that my two picks would be flourishing?
Well, you know, it was bound to come back on you sometime because you've had some bad luck in the recent drafts. So,
please don't get medevac, please.
Well, like this season, okay. So you remember you and Daryl with the Daryl Jaemeel Alliance having Luke and Kirsten, who they've been gone for so long. You know, it was another lifetime. Suri is you've been left with, and can Suri win this game? Is
only if Matt drags her to the final three, and then something falls her way.
So people are saying that Jag, if he gets voted out by Matt, is going to be so super bitter that he actually might vote for Suri.
Would that be enough to help him win? Like, if it's Matt and Suri in the end, does Matt win, in your opinion?
That's a good question. Sorry, but let's ask this question: who is more likely to cut who, Matt or Jag? Like who's more likely to cut each other? Is Jag more likely to cut Matt, or is Matt more likely to cut Jag?
Matt.
Before tonight, I would have said Jag was more likely to cut Matt, but I think based on even what I saw in this episode tonight, it's the other way around. Matt's more ready to move on that. Do you think that the fact that Jag was voted out already 10-0 and he got saved by Matt will play into his chances of winning in the end? Like,
yeah,
he's the Chris Underwood of this season,
and he's won every freaking competition. Like, and that's what's respected now, unfortunately, in Big Brother. It's how many competitions?
He's 2 competitions away from tying Michael and Janelle.
It's pretty good. Like, he's no slouch.
The percentages are terrible though because he's like double the amount of competition attempts compared to the other two.
Yeah. But he's just like, how much emphasis should we put on the competitions? And I know you guys have always said you shouldn't have to win competitions. Dr. Will did his whole strategy way back in the day, but obviously it is important because you have power, you have safety. At least it's just like an immunity in Survivor. You shouldn't have to win it, but it certainly helps.
Dave, how many competitions Suri won this season?
None.
Yeah, look where she's in the final 5.
But she's matter. She's not in control though. She's not controlling the outcome enough because she can't get out Matt and Jag because she doesn't win.
She couldn't get him out even if she did win. That's the whole. That's the whole.
Wasn't she in control at the beginning of the season?
Yeah. Like if
she's still here.
Yeah. If Suri had won this HOH tonight, it would have been better. I agree with that. But
what happened with America? Like, America, how did you suck so bad at that competition? Like, did she just freeze? Like, I thought she's a smart girl. Like, I said that to Amanda when we were watching the episode before this. I'm like, she's a smart girl. Like, what is going on? Like, how is she sucking so bad at all these competitions?
Dave, how did you do during this comp? The HOH comp?
Not great. Like it was like I was trying to study it all, but then the thing they'd ask you is like nothing I had anticipated of having to know, right? So like that's until I was getting better at it as we were going. Although, and I liked the Turner and Pooch because I always like when they originally were on the cast.
Tavatar? You didn't like Taylor Tar or whatever it was called?
I was less in favor of that. Where is that?
What
Heisenberg?
The triple feature
so
here. Yeah.
Heisenheimer.
Yeah, hold on, I got it here. It was Heisenheimer, which I guess is the Oppenheimer thing.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we had Turner and Pooch. They cast their vote to evict crime. Ava Taylor now in 3D.
Heisenheimer.
What else do we have here? Oh, here comes the next ones. This is when they're revealing it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get a new one here.
Felicia was so clueless.
Oh yeah, this is not great. They'd be like, which one says now in 3D? But like each round, a different one would say now in 3D. So you always
they went to Heisenheimer a lot in now in 3D.
It was like a lot. It wasn't like they showed it for like 5 seconds and then boom. It would be like 15 seconds. You got to study it.
I was so overthinking a lot of the questions. I'm like, there are 3 pumpkins.
Right. You start looking at things like how many people are wearing hats because they just asked me about the hat thing, but now they're not going to ask me about hats.
All you have to do with this is look at all 3 of them quick, then read all the words, and then notice like, okay, Taylor's wearing a silver thing, or like, Heisen's got a hat on, or check out Pooch and You have to
Turner's not wearing shoes. That
look
type
at the
of
little
thing.
things like the coming soons, or the this one doesn't say coming soon. That might be asked. That type of thing.
Right. It was. I don't know. Like I think it seemed harder than I would have automatically found. I don't mind these kinds of competitions. I think this one was.
Look at Cerie's face.
She's thinking.
Like that was her face the whole competition. Even the ones she got right, she didn't get them right on purpose. Like it was brutal to watch.
She's kind of she's just guessing.
Bring up Mary's.
Oh, Mary's comment. This is the biggest waste of a double. Yeah, I agree with you.
What is? I could give Jag the check already. BJ is an idiot.
We need 2 more weeks to give Jag the win. Is kind of what I'm starting to wonder.
You know what? Bowie Jane is. She's a pork chop.
Pork chop.
That's an Australian slang for somebody being an idiot.
I do like these Turner and Pooch posters. Like you can't buy justice secondhand. No country for old rugs. Like this is there's some funny stuff here. Like like.
What was my? He's was it a bogan? She's a bogan. Have you heard that slang, Jeff?
No.
I always kept laughing at the Zingbot quotes. Like on the last one, Dave just showed again. It was like, I hope he stays there.
You mean like the last set of posters before?
Yeah, the one you just had up with where Heisen was on the moon.
Oh, is that where he was?
Okay. Yeah, Zingbot says, I hope he stays there.
That's great.
That's when Boy Jane went.
I was so angry. I'm like, she won it again? It's like, this is like a repeat again.
The Reservoir Pooch. Come on, bring it back.
And here it is. See, I hope he stays there.
Like, what? It's stuck on the moon.
They won't let sleeping dogs lie. Turner and Pooch. Reservoir Pooch.
Yeah, the Turner and Pooch ones are awesome.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would be like, can I get those posters?
I would all those posters. Like him and Pooch should be best friends now and make movies together. I'd watch it. It was believable. Yeah, and
all of the heist and Ivor ones were always him alone too. I always thought it was hilarious. It was him alone on the moon, or him like in a field, or just wearing a hat. It was always him alone. It was
pumpkin patch or whatever he was. I like even this final one with Turner and Pooch. Turner and Pooch, HOH Confidential with Alyssa for some reason.
Yeah. So okay,
Zingbot, pretty good.
Dave, answer this question. Name all the people in Taylor's Planet of the Floaters. Can you name them?
No. One of them is Victoria is one of them.
Yeah.
Is that Christine?
Is that Meech? Is that Big Meech?
Oh,
Big Meech?
The guy in the background with the t-shirt, that's Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Remember Matt? He was with Raven.
Yes,
Alyssa,
Raven.
Alyssa, yeah.
But
I think
the girl with the glasses, I don't know who that is.
Is that Big Meech? That's Big Meech, right? Isn't it?
I think it's Big Meech.
It might be. It's hard to tell. The battle for HOH is truly up in the air. Planet of the Floaters.
Where you gotta have Rachel Riley on that one, like where she's like the bad guy or something,
Right. Hisam Ghoulie, Zingbot 9000. Pretty good, Zingbot. I said, Trail's back in time. Like this is better than the stuff on the show.
See, it was Zingbot 9000 was the good Zingbot that was always positive. So that's
props. Props.
Yeah.
It's sad when we look back at seasons that we said when we were reviewing it how terrible they are. In comparison, we like them more.
Well, this one's been bad.
It's brutal.
I think it's too late in the year. It's not the summer anymore. I think that's
not the problem. The problem is we're watching players that don't give a crap about the game.
Even Sari, who's playing hard in a social game, she's like, you know what? You guys can evict me too.
I didn't even understand this tiebreaker question here at the end with Bowie, Jane, and Matt, where she was like, in minutes, how long did a certain competition last? I didn't even understand what competition
it was the superhero, and it wasn't the superhero endurance one?
Yeah, what one was that?
Isn't it the one
they did the Jag one? Where they had to where they were holding on to
that lasted for like hours, right?
2 hours and something, yeah.
So the answer was like 7,000 minutes.
Yeah, well, how many? No,
wasn't it in seconds?
It was in seconds, not in minutes. That's why. Okay, I was trying to even figure out what competition they were asking about. So it ended up being about 7,000. Matt guessed 10,000 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, not the sharpest tool.
Yeah. And then Bowie Jane wins again here on a tiebreaker guess, although her answer much better this time than the last time she had a guess, but she still won that HOH. Both of her HOH wins comes off like these tiebreakers here. Mary Beth saying wasn't in the second. She said Bowie Jane is the dumbest players. They did they have the goodbye?
The goodbye message? There was no goodbye messages that were shown.
No.
For America? You mean?
No, because you can't do it for the person on a double eviction. Unless you show the person's previous eviction goodbye messages.
Were there goodbyes for Blue?
No, they didn't show it.
Oh.
No, yeah, there were none for Blue, and but they would have recorded them no matter what. Right?
They would have recorded it.
It would have sucked. It would have been. It would have been all love and all. It would have.
The one for Blue is probably going to see the extended interview with me and Blue, online at CBS.com.
And that's where we'll play the goodbye messages.
Yep.
Right.
Like that's like I don't like how much they're all friends. It sucks. We're not going to get any like Kobe moments. None of that's happening this season.
Kylan.
I need you to come out here right now, Kylan.
You talking about my nephew right now?
You were talking about Kobe.
Kobe doesn't step down from the challenge; he accepts it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
HOH.
I'm wondering.
Double eviction HOH.
From this guy, kept you in.
Was that before the helicopter crash?
After.
No, it was after, long after.
Yeah,
I
I thought the whole, Kobe thing, raising him to be a man and face challengers and stuff.
Are you talking about my nephew right now?
I'm asking about if, named after Kobe, Kobe doesn't step down from a challenge. He accepts it.
I disagree.
I
Goes after
suggest
it.
you stop talking about my nephew.
I
But
think
he's,
that's not really.
He's using the present tense, like as if Kobe was still alive.
He is, but Kobe was already passed away, and also Kobe did back away from challenges, i.e., if Kobe was as strong of a person as he was, one, he would have had commitment to his wife and not cheated on her, where he did that statutory rape trial, and two, he wouldn't have needed a referee to rig the game for the Western Conference Finals in 2002 to beat the Sacramento Kings. Kobe didn't win 5 championships; he only won 4. I stand by it. Quote me.
Wasn't some of it Shaq?
What? It was Shaq and Kobe on the court at the same time against the Sacramento Kings in possibly one of the worst ref games in sports history.
Hey, Jaemeel, that wasn't against the Sacramento Kings. That was against the Sacramento
Queens.
Great, but also lame. Okay, so Debbie asking, they recruited several players this year. They need to go back to real people that they would try to win. Like, if you put like Carolyn in this house, would that be more interesting? Or do you want to see like just gamer types?
I just want to see people that don't punt the game.
Yeah,
like
Debbie, I disagree. There are recruits all the way from like Big Brother 1, right? There's always been recruits. It's the type of individuals that you're looking for, right? Where you have people who are like, how did they get on the show? Oh, well, Alison Grogner bumped into her at a game and thought the person had a good look and decided that they should be on the show. It's like, so they have a look, right? They have a look, and that's the reason why they're on the show. Not like nothing about their personality, not like... Right?
I'm sorry. How did Blue get on this show? Like she was rough by the end. She's like 25 years old. When she watches back in like 10 years this season, she's gonna be embarrassed. I think she's like I don't know. I was just watching her the whole season, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, she's talking like not a real person.
Jeff, compare that to Nokomis. Right?
Yeah.
Compare that to Nokomis. Nokomis was just like almost the exact same age as her, but like was like actually inventing different types of strategy, was invested in the game. And even though she didn't win, like she would run circles around these people in terms of like strategy and gameplay.
Yeah, like you go back and watch some of like the show and like from, I don't know, even the teens, like this is season 25. Dave, you started watching season 15. I'd take any player from season 15 and put them in this house. Any player.
Even Howie?
Even Howie.
Wait, Howie in season 15?
No, maybe not Howie. But most of the players on season 15.
Not Aaron?
Who's Aaron? Oh, not
Aaron.
Aaron kind of like understood the game, but she was just an awful person. That's she was the Cameron of that season.
She's doubling down. She's getting
Marie.
Gina Marie was the Bowie Jane of that season. You know what? Maybe
is Bowie Jane is a millionaire?
So just imagine she's a DJ and she's a barrister.
Okay, she's a millionaire.
She's probably successful.
She's probably very successful.
And she's in her 40s, right? Like she's not like
she's 45, but telling everyone she's 35. I don't know if that's still going on in the house.
Come on.
Yeah.
Does anyone believe that? Like, see, like
people actually do. I'm surprised.
Wow.
Well, except Jared. Jared was the one who was making jokes about like, how is her body looking good and that face is so messed up. Like Jared was not necessarily the epitome of class, but at the very least.
No.
Look, okay, Mary Bass, yes, you are correct. When I say real AF players that you're saying, I mean people who like, and you can't get game bots. You can't fill it up with game bots because those people aren't real either. I'm talking about people like, hey, do you want an opportunity to win $750,000? And that's their motivation, right?
Well, yes,
That's their motivation. They want to win because they want the money. They need the money, not because it's social clout.
But that and Jaemeel, people that are willing to have arguments and not worry about how they're going to be perceived.
Yeah.
You know, like that's kind of like part of what makes Big Brother Big Brother. Like, you know, like I need to see arguments fly. I don't need to see people hugging. You know, if I, you know, I don't need that. I just think it's kind of whatever. Like, good for you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you know,
Amanda,
I don't watch
Amanda,
basketball because everyone hugs at the end.
like season 15 was not a great season, but it was good for arguments.
It was
Yeah.
great. Like, there was some great blow-ups with Amanda, especially that season. And
Amanda's the type of person you want, right? Because she's like, she has such a high opinion about herself and her opinion that even when she's wrong, she'll still argue it to a point.
well,
And it doesn't matter who it is.
We did talk a little bit about this in the Survivor podcast last night, where it was like, you know, back in like 20 years ago, people were more willing when they went on these reality shows to really put themselves out there, really be a memorable character, sort of get that famous 50, because these will be my 15 minutes and then it'll be over. Because that's kind of how a lot of like that sort of regular person on TV thing kind of worked. You didn't go on to become your own brand. Before the internet, it was just kind of different how
No. The internet was around.
Well, it was around, but it was so new, I guess.
Before social media.
Social media, I guess, especially late 2000s.
I argued that those people still exist. They're just on a different show. They're on 30 Day Fiance. They're on Love is Blind. There's on those shows, and they get so much more exposure. Go on Twitter and like get any of those hashtags for those shows. Those people are household names. Survivor doesn't, and Big Brother doesn't have the cachet, right, as these other things. Like look at the dude with the no neck, right? The dude is like an international star at this point.
But like Blue ain't gonna be no star. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Even with those gloves and those pumps,
she's not.
She's
nobody's gonna remember her.
Like 3 years. She's gonna be a realtor in like 3 years. Just like all the other social stars are like, they're gonna move to Florida, and you see it's like, yeah, I now sell houses for a living. It's like the people in The Big Short, where it's like they had all that ambition, and now they're in Florida selling houses to prostitutes and strippers. That's what Blue's career is gonna end up being.
I think Blue comes from a wealthy family as well, doesn't she?
Her family's probably doing well for themselves. She lives in New York.
She's in New York, and isn't she like named after like the political? At least because her parents.
No, her sister is named after
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's blue, which is like, you know,
which is the blue color of the Democrats,
right?
So that they're homers.
I'm guessing her parents are involved in politics.
Yeah, I got that impression that they do okay for themselves. But Blue is always trying to be like attitude and like, this is who I am, and you need to remember.
I'm sass, Yas Queen.
She has
a bad episode of Broad City.
Genuine. She comes across as incredibly
very insecure, very
insecure,
and like needs to be seen because nobody's paying attention to her or something. Like there's something going on there. You don't
bad tested men. If you thought Jared was a catch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like she was stooping Jared like within like how many days of getting into this house? Like, yeah, like it was fast, you know. Like I don't even feel like they got to know each other, you know, until like they were already in bed, you know. So like, I don't.
Then they found out they didn't like each other because they started talking to each other.
But, once they started, once you know, you got to start being told to calm down while you're eating a popsicle.
Right. Blue was one of the biggest disappointments, I think, of this cast. I think she's been
who had Blue on the thing. Sorry, Dave. Please continue. Yeah.
Blue.
Where did she go? Where did she like?
Oh, that's from Jen. Jen had her.
Jen. You know what? I stand by my Kristen vote because we never seen she was messy, but you know what? I still think she comes across as better than a lot of these people who are still playing the game.
I agree. There's a bunch of players that got voted out early that I think would have been a little bit more interesting.
Riley, Heisem,
especially Riley. I think Riley would have done a lot better. Heisem, was just so messy, like he really, he was the Devon of the season,
Yeah.
Jeez. So Blue. So Jen's out of the draft, by the way. And they're just who had America? Oh, Foster had America. So
That's right. I agree, Mary. We don't need the hugs.
So Izzy?
12th victor, 4th juror.
So Izzy, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Izzy.
What about Izzy?
You said you needed people who.
Izzy, all right, you know what? I came around, like, Amanda's a big fan of Izzy. And
Of course she is.
And
She's a light feeder.
Well, yeah, but I got to, like, the thing I didn't like about Izzy was that, she was just like the sappy scene she was doing with Sari and stuff. I was just like, what is this? Like, just play the
my
game.
Family.
Yeah. I was just like, you've known this person for 10 days.
You're a Fields now. I'm like, why? Why is she a Fields now? What happened here? What did I miss?
But as far as entertainment, yes, Izzy was good for entertainment.
So Foster had America, so he's out of the draft too. Red and America were his 2 picks, and they're gone. And so Sean still has Jag because Jag got evicted. Guys, that was 56 days ago that Jag was evicted.
Okay, what is okay? Debbie had a thought. He's famous for being a 90-day re-fiance. I like a lot of these people who want to be famous, so he won all her money from reality shows. She's won a lot of money. Like, she's been on a lot of variety shows.
Well, she won the Traders. That was her bigger payday, right?
No, I think she probably made more money on Survivor. You go near to the end, like how many times in a row?
3 times.
3 times.
3 times?
4 times. Yeah.
Did each of the 3 times did she make it a jury?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was only the one time she got voted out early, right?
So you have that, plus you have your full-time job, right? Because she's on leave, right? And it's not like her position is like some low-level position.
She's a surgical director.
Yeah, that makes money.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So, and she lives in South Carolina, even though Jared lives in Connecticut or something.
Wouldn't you?
As an exterminator, would you trust Jared to get rid of
exterminator
cockroaches in your house? Like,
maybe not. And why is that? Exterminator is an odd career choice as well for him. But anyway,
exterminators are not Jared. Exterminators are like Drew would be an exterminator. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like this tall, lanky, kind of weird guy.
I'm into bugs.
I'm into bugs. I'm
and chemicals and things. Yeah. He doesn't seem the type, And why is Blue into him as an exterminator? If she's going for like her big brand. Like, she wants to be like Instagram.
Because because she could be a Fields.
She could be Blue Fields.
She could be Bluefield. You know what? That's reason enough right there.
I think that's Bluefields forever.
Yeah, Bluefields.
Yeah, Bluefields is better than Blue Kim.
Yeah. So maybe that's what she's going for. Maybe Sari will have a daughter-in-law one day named Bluefields.
Just imagine if it was like in the olden days and it was like Rachel or Janelle, and then Blue was put on the block. And then Janelle would go and turn around. It's like, take a seat. Don't be Blue. Right? There's some kind of pun on her name, just sassy. And just see Blue just like look at Janelle and just give her the finger and it's distorted out. That's the kind of Big Brother I want to see. Right? Where people are pissed off at each other. Right?
Yeah, I guess there's just like it's a lot of like smiling, hugs. Maybe like y'all liked Blue, but she was so blinded by Jag. I don't like Blue.
She liked Blue because she was sassy. She was sassy and she had the liners. Yeah,
not in a good way.
Yeah, in a way where you're kind of rolling your eye.
I'm just telling you why.
We're shooting the messenger.
There was never a point where she was throwing sass in the DR, and I'm like, yeah, girl, preach. Like I was always like,
yeah, Jeff. I could just see you on your couch going,
girl, please.
Right? She wasn't for you, okay? She's for the culture.
Was she though? Even was the culture?
Look, Mary, you agree or disagree? Everyone is blinded by Jag.
Well, what is his like magic spell? I don't get it.
He wins competitions.
He seems like a nice guy.
He does seem like a nice guy. I don't have any problem with him, but like I guess I just don't care if he wins or not either.
I just think like the show, like I said this to Amanda, the show is trying to make me feel like Jag is this mastermind player, and he's playing with a bunch of bozos other than Suri who can't win anything. So it's really like you're just kind of watching it and you're like, this is painful. Like, like who cares?
It's a Washington Generals. Yeah. The Globetrotters are Washington Generals.
It's Jag coming in, spinning the ball on his finger. Every now and then it falls off his finger. He goes, I still got it. And everyone else goes, okay, Jag, like, we'll try not play any defense. You'll throw up 50. And,
like I think back to like Big Brother 16, right, which had a strong duo that season in Derek and Cody, who you could maybe compare to Jag and Matt, maybe, but
there was at least Frankie. There was other people.
There was Zach Rance. There was people to root for in that
season. Yeah,
Victoria.
There was Donnie. Like
Donnie. Yeah,
Donnie was rootable. We have no Donnie. We have no like.
Red was the Donnie this season.
Red was supposed to be the Donnie, but Red went early.
He had 1 week and then he was gone the following week.
The thing was,
they completely snowed him. They completely snowed him.
Red was not going to win this game, but I kind of regret looking back and losing Heisem in the week 2 or whatever. Like he would have been a good player, interesting in the mix here. But I think he was just always going to burn out fast. I don't know if he ever would have. The
moment, look, you see it. The moment that Heisem was gone, that threat, Cameron started winning, and Cameron and Jared started winning. And the moment that they were gone, then Jag started winning. That's been the tale of this entire season.
Right. Corey too.
Jag got evicted. He should have been out of here. Like Cameron too. Like both of them got evicted, and Jared. All 3 of those players almost came back. 2 of them did.
Yeah. Is there anything?
That's why he's gonna win.
I do probably have to wrap up for the night as I'm hitting the road in the morning to go to Philadelphia.
What? Why are you going to Philly?
I'm going to go see Myette.
Oh,
couple nights, and then we're going to do a race. Saturday
it's
morning.
It's like Batman. It's like Superman and the Flash.
Yeah, Superman and the Flash. Dave versus Myette at the Navy Yard Saturday morning.
You're running.
We're running.
Wait, are you?
Wind.
Is someone going to be recording it and they're going to play going to fly now?
Hopefully, and I'm going to go up to the Rocky Stairs and get a picture on the Rocky Stairs.
Of course you were, Dave. Of course. Could you run through a fish market too?
Do they have one?
Probably.
Well, in Philadelphia, of course they do.
Okay, they'll do it.
Okay.
I'll be like, where's the fish market? And he'll say there, and I'll run through it.
My favorite scene from Rocky isn't from Rocky 1. It's actually from Rocky 2.
Where's that? The fish market?
No. Well, so in Rocky 1, you have the whole sequence of Rocky running through the streets of Philadelphia and then running up the steps. After he, ties with what's called an Apollo Creed, right? And he's just busted up. The beginning of the movie starts off with him getting into like an ambulance, and the ambulance takes him on a journey back to his neighborhood practically from where he was running. It was like everywhere in reverse, right? And it's just this kind of brooding music of a version of Gonna Fly Now. I love it, that opening sequence. And also it gave the best Rocky line, right, ever, which is when they're trying to get Rocky to do commercials, and then they're like, Rocky, we want you to sell condominiums. And he's like, hey, mister, I never use them. I love that line.
Okay, well, I can try to recreate all these things. That's where I'm headed tomorrow morning. I'm hitting the road at the crack of dawn. So, and then
you should let people know on social media so they can come and cheer you on.
Yeah, we'll be at the Navy Yard on Saturday morning. Look out for us there in Philadelphia. For the it's called the somebody's lemonade stand.
Yes. If anytime Dave has insulted any of your favorite characters on Survivor or Big Brother, this is the perfect time to bring produce and whip it at him as he runs through Philadelphia.
If you want to know where I'll win and where I'll be there. Yes. So,
yes.
The time and place. Look out for it. It's supposed to be a hot day too in Philadelphia this Saturday. So.
Well, it's going to be a hotter day when you guys are racing through the streets.
It's always sunny there, so it's part of the problem.
Okay, make sure you don't use the dentist system. No dentist systems.
Okay. All right. Yes. Well, lots to break down, guys. I don't know. I'm driving back Sunday, so I don't know if I'll be back in time for a podcast or if I'll even be up for it. So,
team, just hope that Dave comes back, because the way I'm feeling right now, if I have to do Sunday by myself, it's going to be more ranting. More ranting and me being angry when Jag is HOH again.
Yeah, and even these like Tuesday episodes, these vetoes, I'm like, I don't care. Like, we can catch up on Thursdays, but so who knows when the next podcast will be? But we'll be back for the Big Brother eventually. There's 2 weeks left, and we'll get to a winner slowly but surely. No matter what, guys. Okay, thanks for being with us. We appreciate all the live comments and live streams and the feedback. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell everybody about it. We're also covering Survivor, which we have issues with too. But it's I think I'm finding that show better overall, comparatively.
Because you got Sifu.
It's got Sifu. It's got Taibo. And then we also have the Mary Mater Marvel Society, soon to be covering Loki season 2. I was like, what season are they in? Actually, there's a new episode out. I might catch that before I head to bed. And what else, guys?
There's Loki.
Also, check out the United Federation of Podcasts. All kinds of great shows. You can check out our website, ufpodcast.com. Where we have shows like Live Long in Podcasts, our Star Trek theme channel, all kinds of different Star Trek shows. If you like Star Trek, we have something for you. Yeah. If you like game shows, we have like a trivial debate show where we have like a guest host, and then there's 3 contestants arguing about
Transformers.
Transformers is they've got the Transformers. That's not the date, but it is coming up. And then Eamon Mater has his music podcast called Eamon on Track. He does most recently the Dark Side of the Moon, the Pink Floyd album he covered with Uncle Gary. And then the X-Rated show with Davan and André talk about X-Men, that cartoon, and different X-Men stuff. If you like X-Men, Hold Up, a movie podcast with Davan and André every second Wednesday. Most recently, Ghost episode movies. I was on there,
including 13 Ghosts. 13
Ghosts. Which I don't think Davan liked it. Graphic Histories podcast, André Myette, great stuff. Listen to all his great audio podcasts. He's got a really good interview coming up with an artist, I believe.
An artist. The artist worked on a bunch of classic animation movies and products. Check it out. It's
Crazy Nights. Watching. I know the Adam Sandler one was one of the things.
Just say crazy. Okay, yeah, check it out. It's worth watching.
Yeah. All right. And that's it. Thanks for being with us. I have no clip, so we'll say good night, guys.
Good night.
End transmission. Okay.
End stream.
See
See
you on the flip side.